Alright, guys, what's going on? It's your boy Mildew here. Welcome to the Mildew channel. Right now, I just thought about recording myself talking because I'm really bored and I don't have much to do today. Again, none of the HUDs are free, so I'm just resorted to playing some Dark Souls alone in my room, which is not a bad thing at all. But it might be bad given that I'm terrible at the game and I don't know how to play video games. I like the idea of the Souls-like games. I've never fully completed one before, but I always wanted to. And so, the first Souls-like game I played was Elden Ring. I bought it when it first came out because I saw the trailers and I thought that it was pretty cool looking, but I didn't know anything about it. I knew that games like Bloodborne existed. I knew the game Bloodborne existed. I knew the franchise Dark Souls existed. I didn't know much about them to the point where I didn't even know that they were made by the same studio. I didn't know what type of games they were. I didn't know it was like these challenging games that people really liked and liked them for that. But I just saw the trailer of Elden Ring. I didn't know it was from FromSoft either. I didn't know anything about it. I didn't know it was the same company that did Bloodborne and Dark Souls and Demon Souls like that, and Sekiro. I didn't even know Sekiro itself existed. But I saw the trailers for Elden Ring, and I thought it looked really cool, and I liked what I was seeing, so I bought it like the day it came out, and I played it, and I was like, holy crap, this game is really hard, and I just never really got into it. I always felt kind of left out because of how popular it was and how everyone around me was also playing it after it had just came out. But I never got into it because it was just so difficult, and I didn't really realize. It didn't really click with me like how people could progress through the game, and I didn't really understand where I was supposed to go. I didn't know anything. I was a huge noob, and I'm really terrible. I am still terrible. I've never finished Elden Ring. I've gotten pretty far. Out of all the Souls-like games, I've gotten pretty far in it. And then other games like that, like Lies of P, I played it not knowing it was going to be like a Souls-like game. It was on Game Pass, so it just came out on Game Pass, so I was like, oh, okay, I'll try it out. And I went into it, and I was like, holy crap, this is like that game I played, Elden Ring. And I just kept dying. I was like, bro, how do you play these games? And I started learning about like Souls-like games and like what the genre was and stuff. And I was like, okay, these type of games really do interest me, but I'm really bad at them. I don't know where to go. I don't know what to do. I don't know what you're supposed to do. I don't know how to not get hit by enemies. I'm so terrible. I was like, okay, I'm going to get good at these. I'm going to start from the beginning, or at least as early as I can go with what I have. So I bought Dark Souls Remastered, but I waited a little bit because I wanted it to go on, I wanted it to go on sale because the games are kind of still a little expensive. I don't know if it's because they're remastered versions and they haven't been out for as long as the originals. But like this game is like $40 or something on the Xbox store. It might be more, but it's at least that. I don't think it's 30. But yeah, so I wanted it to go on sale and it like never did for a long time. I was like, I really want to play it, so I just got it, and then like right after I got it, it went on sale, which is really lame. But I started playing it, and it was the same thing with Elden Ring. And I was like, man, I want to get good at this game, but what the fudge? I want to get good at this game, but like I just don't know what to do, and I just keep dying, and it's really demotivating. But I'm back at it, and I'm a really really lazy human being, and I don't really feel like looking up guides, and so right now I'm just talking and just farming these guys for fun while I was sitting here listening to a YouTube video, and I was like, I feel like I'm wasting my time. So maybe I could just record something instead to do something that's like at least 1% more productive than listening to crazy conspiracy YouTube videos while I just sit and farm these little skeletons here. And I'm sure that there's a lot better way to farm. I'm 100% positive, but like I don't really feel like doing anything. I'm just gonna sit here in this nice, comfortable area and just kill these skeletons till I get a few more levels and just sit and chill and talk. So yeah, I'll keep you updated on that maybe in the future. And I know that like I probably shouldn't be wearing all this armor, but I kind of wanted to do like a no magic, like a knight, like crusader type of build for fun and try to beat the game like that. So I'm gonna leave the armor on and be a big slow guy with the bowling ball in my butt. I'm okay with that. You know, adapt and overcome. Like I'm trying to force myself to be good, even though I am farming to level up. I don't really know where to go, but I was just doing this to sit and chill. But yeah, I just thought I would sit here and talk. Hopefully the audio is not crazy. There's a lot of stuff going on in my room with the AC trying to work and my ceiling fan running, but you know, it is what it is. Nobody's gonna watch this anyways. But yeah, something that was kind of on my mind lately is, so if you don't know who I am, I'm 22 years old and I'm literally going bald. Yeah, it's super crazy. Um, it checks out kind of. A lot of people on my dad's side are bald. They say that you're like like you're the males on your mother's side, like your grandpa on your mother's side is like who you inherit your baldness from. But my papaw, my mom's dad, he is straight up has the thickest, curliest hair of any 70 like 3-year old guy you'd ever meet, which is pretty crazy. So that's kind of crazy that my hair's thinning out. But on my dad's side, um, my uncles and all my uncles are bald, and most of my male cousins are going bald. So yeah, but like mine's hitting me fast. I'm 22, and my hair is thinning on the top, which I don't like at all. I'm like okay with going bald if it was like a more receding, like kind of cool look, but it's not. It's just like thinning on the top, like John Cryer, and that is not cool. But it's okay. And you know, but going bald is not bad, and a part of me is excited. I don't really want to go bald, but it can still be cool. I've buzzed my head a few times in the last few years, and I don't mind it. People say it looks good. They're probably lying, but whenever my hair is a little like thicker and I just have like a normal like haircut, I feel like that's when I look the best. I've had longer hair in the past, but whenever I was like 19 is when I started to notice my hair was thinning because I had grown my hair out from like 17 to 19, and then I decided to cut it when I was 19, and that's when I realized that like it was thinning on top. But ever since, it's been thinning slowly, but it is thinning. It's like noticeably thinner, I think, in my opinion. Now since I was 19 and I'm 22, I'm about to be 23 next month, which is righteous, absolutely crazy. But yeah, I don't like that it's thinning like that, and it's not like a cool receding hairline like Trevor from GTA or something like Walt Goggins, or even like the OG Billy Bob Thornton before he got a hair transplant. But yeah, pretty crazy. I will probably eventually um just buzz it all off, but yeah, I don't know. Right now, I think I'm gonna just try and leave it. But yeah, like I said, part of me is excited. It's nice, like you don't have to deal with all the maintenance of having a little bit more hair in your head. But the big problem for me with going bald right now is I'm already not like the most handsomest guy. You know, I can still pull the huzz, but you know I have to work a little bit harder sometimes. But the big problem is like I'm okay being bald, I'm okay being out of shape, and I'm okay being short. But I really don't think it's a good idea being more than one of those at once. And I'm already doing that. I'm already going bald. I'm not in great shape, and I'm like 5'5", 5'6". Okay, so I'll have to work out more and get into some better shape. And yeah, there's nothing I can do about my height, which is okay. I'm okay with being short. I think I'm a lot more like open. I embrace being short a lot more than other guys my height. I actually like being short. I think it's cool. I feel like people get in their head when they think that it like impairs their just life in general. I don't think that makes it that much harder. There's a lot of positives of being short. But first I'll address the negatives. You know, you can't reach high places. It's a lot harder to dunk. You're not as good in other sports. Like, there are short guys in football, but if you want to play the goated sport, there's a lot of great sports out there. But I love basketball, and being short and playing basketball is not that. Um, it's not that cool, but it's fine if you're playing like pickup and stuff. But if you ever wanted to get into some serious organized basketball, it makes it a lot difficult. So that's one negative. Another thing, people say that like pulling girls while you're short is harder, and I think it is, but I think a lot of girls are kind of liars. Not in like a super like bad sense, but a lot of girls will say, "Yeah, I like tall guys," or "I'll only date taller guys." But in reality, the way like girls work in their brains, they can like become attracted to people even though like physically, they're not like ideally what they would want, you know. So like I can talk to a girl, like, not to boast, but like girls could be like, "Yeah, I like taller guys." I'm like a girl who prefers a really short guy is really rare. And how many times have you seen a short guy pull chicks? You know, which it's not uncommon. But yeah, if you just talk to a girl and you're a cool person, and if you talk to, uh, if you're talking to a girl and you talk to her like she's a normal person, you're already being 50% of dudes out there. So like being short and pulling chicks isn't a big problem. Being short and being having a little bit of belly and going bald, that's crazy. But you can still do it. I don't know. You know, I believe in myself too. But what was I talking about? I don't remember. But yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay with going bald. So yeah, thanks for listening. But yeah, I've been playing Dark Souls here. The first one, I want to just play through all of them, and I want to be good because I want to be good at these games because I'm super envious of people who are like good at these games and have fun playing them. Like I think they're cool, but it's a struggle for me. I'm really bad at video games. Most of them. I would say the only game that I think I'm like, kind of decent at, which I know I've posted videos on here, absolutely sucking as COD Zombies. But that's where I felt like I've achieved the most. And like whenever I actually dedicate me to a map and I have a goal, I can really play it over and over compared to like something like this game in Elden Ring where like I get really demotivated losing to a boss over and over. Even though like um in zombies like you can spend an hour and a half in a game and die and lose all your progress because it's permadeath, it has that roguelike element. But yeah, like COD Zombies, I don't know. Like I can just keep playing it just because it's fun. And then this game, like it doesn't come to my fingers as easily. And I have been playing Night Rain with my friend, and I think that's been actually a lot of fun. I've enjoyed that game a lot more than I anticipated. I really, I don't know how much I was gonna like it just because like how much I struggle playing Elden Ring. And to be fair, I have not beat a single Night Lord. My friend has only beaten Night Lords when he wasn't playing with me, so I'm just not very good at the game. But uh, the game released, or I think it was maybe a little bit before release, and people were playing it and saying that it was kind of mid, and I was like, oh dang, like I wonder if I'm gonna like it. I was already gonna play it because like me and my friend talked about playing it, but I started playing it and I actually I've been having a great time, to be honest. But uh, yeah, I was playing with. I kind of started trying to play Duchess at first because I just Magic was OP in Unring, so I thought that I could maybe cheese the most with her because I don't have a lot of skills. So I guess pressing buttons and letting stuff do stuff for me was a very would be the best route for me, but that didn't work out too well. We weren't winning a lot, but I still did like playing with her. So that's just a wilder because people said it was pretty easy, and I do like I said, I was doing like a knight build in Dark Souls here. I do like just being like a guy with a sword, with like just a big like claymore. And so I started playing as him, and I liked it a lot. I like his ult, it reminded me of like Guts from Berserk with his freaking shotgun fist thing. And he like if you like you've touched the side of grace or since you had and like you get it like a killing blow, you won't die by that killing blow, and you can just recharge that on another side of grace. So with the added health on top of that, he's a pretty cool character to use, just slashing people up. But I wasn't having a lot of success, and so I eventually unlocked Revenant, and I was playing with her, the summons chick. And I've just been playing with her, which it's fun. She's relatively easy to use. There's a lot to manage, but you can just spawn your summons and like have them get aggroed by the bosses and stuff. And she's a cool looking character. I like her design. I wish that they had a more like a male's magic focused character, like a wizard dude, kind of like Duchess, but like a wizard dude with a robe and like a big beard, just slinging magic everywhere. But maybe they'll add stuff in the game. I'm curious on what they have planned to add. I'll have to look into that. I know that they will eventually add duos, which I'm excited for that. And hopefully I can like kill a Night Lord eventually in that game, which I haven't been able to do. Me and my friend couldn't kill the Gladius, like Trisphalos guy, but yeah, we couldn't kill him. And then I eventually like got off one night, and like 2 hours later, my friend sent me a message telling me he beat it, and I was like, okay, W. And then he beat another boss after that with a group of randoms. And then so I was joining him on the expeditions that he had unlocked. I don't know if that's a good idea or not, but yeah, I couldn't beat any other Night Lords with him. But one day, hopefully I will. Just like hopefully I'll try to beat Dark Souls 1 here. We got 6,000. Oh dang, I might have enough to level up. I don't know if I'm leveling up the right stuff. Yeah, I need 229 runes here, but I'm just gonna level up some strength. I don't even care. I already messed up. I added a bit of faith because originally I looked up at like a guide saying that I needed like a certain amount of faith to use this lightning bolt thing. But then I was like, I'm gonna give up. So I don't care. Maybe I'm biting myself in the butt. But if I get to like a max level to where I can't really gain, or it's really hard to level up, then I'm just gonna screw it. I'm just gonna try to fight through being a lower level and making it tougher on myself. One thing I do like about Dark Souls 1 is how it's like slower than Elden Ring. It's kind of more block focused, and it's just like a slower game, which I think is cool. I like games a lot where like your character has a lot of weight to you and you're not like hopping around. I like a lot of realism games. This might be like a hot take, but I like my games to be like coded in realism. I like being like a weighted, heavy character. I like games like GTA 5 and like even like 4 to an extent, and then definitely Red Dead 2, where like it feels like your person's like tanky and like just walks around and is sluggish, you know? So that's why I hope they kind of stick with that in GTA 6. It looks like they are going for a realistic take, so hopefully like your character's weighted. And like even like the little things in open world games, which like Rockstar does a lot better than other companies, is like I like how like when you press forward, your character like just walks in the game. And then where most games, when you press forward, your character kind of does a little jog. I like that in Rockstar, how your character just walks. I don't know, I can't really think off the top of my nugget. A lot of other games I do that. Because it's like, I don't like to, like I like to be immersed, so I like to push forward and just be like pretend like I'm walking, just a guy chilling on the street. Whenever I'm jogging, I feel like I'm like a weirdo schizo guy. Like, I'm thinking like, holy crap, these people think I'm like crazy because I'm jogging everywhere. Like, it's not realistic. Like, I don't jog everywhere in real life. I want to be immersed in like a role play as like characters. I know a little bit autistic there, but yeah, it is what it is. And so that's obviously I'm gonna assume that's how it's gonna be in GTA 6. And like I want the added realism in GTA 6. I want to have to fill up my car with gas. A lot of people say that they don't want that, but I don't really think they realize like how easy it could be. They can make it to where it takes a long time for cars to run out of gas if they add that mechanic in GTA 6. And also like one of my favorite games of all time, the Mad Max game. Whenever you in that game, your car takes gas, and it's not really ever a problem in the game, but it's just a cool added little element, and like I like it. And I feel like because of how realistic the game looks in Grand Theft Auto 6 and Vice City, like it'll be kind of immersion breaking, like not being able to fill your car with gas, and especially since we've seen a lot of like screenshots and trailers of the game that like there are people getting gas. So if that's not in the game, I think it'll be weird, but also if it's not a big deal. But I want it to be, and I think that it'll change people's minds on like what they want in a game, and like how companies and studios can actually like make a game have added realism, while would that make it immersive and also make the gameplay still fun. So yeah, and we saw in GTA 6 like you had to take care of your horse and your body. So I mean in Red Dead 2 how you had to take care of your horse and stuff. So yeah, I feel like that wouldn't be crazy if they added it. And also, I saw that there was some leaks on GTA 6. Yeah, like new leaks. So spoiler alert. And it was like the leaks were saying that there's a lot of cut stuff from the game, which is really, really, really scary. Because like GTA 6 needs to be like a huge step up from 5. Like I know like people say that the development allegedly didn't really start until like around 2020. Which if that's the case, it is what it is. But like the fact that there was leaked stuff, like, and this may be a spoiler for people, but there's leaked stuff saying that like things like, oh, you can't prone in the game anymore, which like I understand like that's like a really big thing to add into the game. Like if they can't do stuff like that, like little things like, and it just feels like GTA 6 with a coat of paint or GTA 5 with another coat of paint. I'm gonna be really sad because GTA 5 took a good amount of things out that was originally in GTA 4. Obviously, there's a lot more stuff in GTA 5 that isn't in GTA 4. But yeah, and then even as the game evolved from the Xbox 360 version, remember they added like first person on PS4 and Xbox One. Like they took away like a lot of the damage effects that could affect your vehicle, because of first person mode. But yeah, that's all I really want to talk about today. Thanks for listening.